God, what's up, guys? So, you guys had to wait pretty much for the last spot for your love readings. So, I'm doing squad early this month. All right, guys. Now, let's see what is going on. This is going to be the mid-month reading. So, this will be from December 15th to January 15th. So, let's see what is going on with Taurus gang. All right. What is happening with Tauruses from December 15th to January 15th? What is going on for the sign of Taurus? All right. All right, guys, so let's see what's going on. All right, so the energy for this reading is the King of Swords. Okay, so there could be an air sign that's very significant for you guys this month. So Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. For others of you, this could be the energy that you're taking on where you're at a point in your life where you're just going to cut out anything that is not serving you, anything that's not working for you, and there's just this big degree of focus that you have. Now, behind that, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So there could have been a situation maybe with a fire sign or an air sign, you know, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for the fire sign, but a situation that was problematic, dramatic, where you guys are just cutting it out, okay? Cutting out any bullshit that came your way. And there could be something unexpected that comes into your life that you're very passionate about, okay? So let's see how this plays out. So the first card for the past is the Lover's card in the reverse. So for some of you, this could have been a breakup that you had with someone, or at the very least, very heavy arguing that you had with the person. This could be you leaving a job. This could be you, deciding you don't want to be friends with someone anymore, deciding you want to cut somebody off. But just a fallout of a relationship, or again, at the very minimal, just arguing heavily with somebody. And with the Temperance card in the reverse, this is just something that really threw you off, something that really had you feeling, at a low vibration. And with the King of Swords, for some of you, again, it could have been with an air sign, or it just could have been with a situation that you knew you had to cut out, okay? We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So for those of you that may be dealing with an air sign, it's like this person could be overly dramatic, okay? Or whoever it is that you're dealing with could be, adding fuel to a fire that's already there. It's like, okay, we know things are bad. There's no need to make them worse than what they are. Now, if this is the energy that you guys are taking or that you took in the past, it's just something that you have to really be aware of. It's going to be a situation where were you focusing on the solution to the problem, or were you adding more to the problem? Okay, because this is going to be someone that adds a lot more. But whether this was you or somebody else, you guys saw it for what it was with the Eight of Swords here, okay, in the reverse. Now, the next card that we have is the Page of Swords in the reverse. So a lot of reverse energy with the swords. So it's going to be, a lot of conflicting things. These are people who are speaking very harshly to one another, okay, being very direct, but it's like verbal vomit. People aren't thinking about what they're saying. Again, the Queen of Swords in the reverse and adding fuel to a fire, okay? Adding a fuel to a fire that's already big, that does not need more fuel. And with the Five of Swords in the reverse, you guys just don't want none of it. You don't want any part. And you know how Tauruses are. Like, we're cool, we're chill, just be chill, and we're chill. That's fine. All right, the next card here is the World card in the reverse. So despite you guys not wanting to have any part in this arguing or these problems, there's still a sense of emotional or some sort of attachment that you have to whatever this is, whether it be, something at work or something within a love relationship. You're still attached to it. And with the Three of Cups, for some of you, it could have possibly been, a third-party situation that you were dealing with where you feel that it's a waste of time despite the fact that you're still invested. Or for others of you, even though there's still some sort of attachment there, you could actually be happy that you're moving forward. Now, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, so there's definitely a lot of drama here. you know, due to unexpected things that may have come to light. Okay, but regardless, I still feel like it's putting you guys on a path that you're going to be passionate about moving forward. Now, in the present moment, we have the Emperor. Okay, so I like the Emperor a lot because, you know, this is someone who's very wise, someone who has gone through a lot in their life, and now they're able to look at all situations and say, okay, how is this realistically going to turn out? And they usually have, you know, the best call on it. It's somebody who's going to want to make the decision that's going to benefit them and those around them the most. Okay, somebody that can be relied on for, you know, very good and solid advice. Okay, and we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. This could be forgiveness that's happening between you and another person. Okay, or this could be suppressing your emotions, you know, telling everybody, look, I'm okay, I don't care about this person anymore, I don't care about this job anymore, but then you go home and you kind of break down once the doors are closed. All right, and we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that you may be dealing with again. But, you know, I feel like there's emotions being suppressed. I feel like there could be a lot of drama, okay? And that could, you know, result to you guys being just a bit guarded with the situation. The next card for the present moment is the Four of Cups in the reverse. So there's an offer that comes in that's being accepted. And with the Six of Cups in the reverse, you could accept the fact that you're going to part ways with someone that you may have been dealing with and you may leave them in the past. Or this is going to be a reconciliation. Okay, let me get one more card to see which way this is going to go. All right, we have the Moon card here. Let me just get one more card. Okay, so here I really feel that there's someone or a situation that you guys really choose to part ways with. You know, there's secrets that come out. And you're just accepting the fact that you're just going to have to be in hermit mode for a little while. You know, we have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so there could be some sense of betrayal here. And either you guys leaving someone behind or them leaving you behind. But with that thing ending, I feel like a lot of more better and abundant things are going to come into your life by letting this thing go. All right. Now, I just feel like with the Hermit card, it's so easy for a Taurus to slip into this because I personally can be home for like 3 weeks straight, not leave my house, and be completely content. As long as I'm having like wine ordered to the door, like I'm good to go. But the next card for the present moment, we have the Five of Wands, okay? So there's a sense of you guys wanting to take a step back from somebody or from a situation, but it's causing, you know, problems. It's causing arguments. It's causing pettiness. It's causing, you know, competition amongst others. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? And I said this before. The Queen of Pentacles, just like a regular Taurus, is going to be very hard to get in the reverse because it really, really takes a lot to see the horns of a Taurus come out. Okay, so this is a situation where I feel that a person or situation has been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's just like, well, they're so kind and they're so loving and they're going to do everything for us because that's just the heart that they have. But I feel like you guys are like, no, enough is enough. Fuck you. I'm going to keep it moving. All right. And by doing so, I feel that things are going to move forward in a good way by this thing ending, by there being a fallout with this job, person, or whatever, because there's a new start that comes in right after it. And the person who caused you guys the stress, or, you know, it could have been you guys causing this person stress, okay? I have to look at both sides of the spectrum here. But they're going to be reckless, you know, acting very reckless by seeing you take on a new beginning. But it's going to be something that, again, is going to be very good for you. Let me just get one more card here, see what's going on. All right, Seven of Wands in the reverse. So there's something that is just too conflicting for you. And you guys look at it and you're frustrated and you decide, you know what? It's just causing me too much frustration. I'm going to let this thing go. Now with the Three of Wands in the reverse, you're looking at it and you're just like, you know what? There's no growth here. I can't expand here. And by you realizing that is when things start to happen in your life. You stabilize yourself and you start to build a more solid foundation than what you had prior to the situation. Now, moving forward, the first card we have is the Devil card, okay? So it could be something toxic that you guys are dealing with. For some of you, maybe it's a Capricorn that's in your life. And we have the Justice card in the reverse, okay? So there's going to be something that happens that you just feel it's very unfair. It could be cheating, it could be someone stealing, just anything that you don't see as right. If it's a court proceeding, maybe it's not going to go, in the favor that you wanted. But we have the Page of Cups. So for some, it may be the Taurus, especially those that are in a relationship, that may step out. Okay, that may maybe go towards a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, but there's something in this that when that happens or when it's done to you, you lose faith in a person or in a situation. All right, we have the Empress card in the reverse. So you lose faith in something and you put it to an end, or you prolong the beginning of it. And we have the King of Cups. Okay, so this water energy coming into the future where, if there are going to be, Futurians that do step out and go towards a water sign, I don't feel like you're going to want to move forward with that water sign. It's not going to be something that you're hopeful for. And you're going to feel like it just brought too much, drama, too much chaos, and that it was unconventional. Okay. And if it is some of you going towards a water sign, or it could be any sign at all, guys, this is just going to be someone who's very charming, charismatic, very good talker, that sort of energy. With you not moving forward with them or accepting, an offer that they have, because again, this could be with work or friends, family, they're going to be upset, okay, if you don't take their offer, because it's like you kind of open the door for them. They thought that you were going to let them in, but then you close the door right back up, okay? And it puts you guys in a sense of limbo. How do you move forward at this point? We have the Magician, where there's something here that is being manifested by the Taurian. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the spread, there's going to be something that comes into your life that's very unexpected. Okay, and it's going to take you out of this limbo. It's going to put you on a path that you're passionate about, but you're going to cut out and just take a loss on the past here, because it's just something that didn't make you happy. Okay, so this is you guys just taking an L on that one. Okay. And whether it was you guys that was promiscuous or unreliable, or somebody else in your life that was promiscuous or reliable, you guys are letting it go, and there's a new start here. Okay. And the cards are saying that this new start is what you want to focus on. All right. And it's not going to be something that develops overnight, but it's going to be something that you're very passionate and happy to work on. So this is what, I want you guys to keep in mind. That it's going to be a good call to take on this new thing that's coming into your life, okay? There's going to be a lot of passion. There's going to be a lot of love. You're going to really like what it is that you decide to do in life, okay? All right, squad. Let's see what the Earth Magic Oracle cards are saying in terms of advice for the Taurian. Okay. And again, Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. All right. What is the advice that Tauruses need to hear from December 15th to January 15th? I like it. All right. We have winter solstice reflection. Okay. So let's see what this is about. And I think this is so, excuse me, this is so appropriate for those who are experiencing the cold right now, okay? I'm in Florida, so I escaped it, but let's see what's going on. So the midpoint of winter is not only the shortest day of the year, but also the longest night. The world is very still and the land is dormant. Various festivals of light are celebrated and have been for thousands of years, serving as a reminder that the light will indeed return. Throughout many cultures, there are tales describing this time as the birth of the archetypal Sun King, including the Christian story of Jesus' birth, representing the hope of renewal from the darkest period of the solar cycle. This image portrays a simple yet powerful representation of the winter solstice. We see a clear reflection of the snowy woods on the still, frozen waters of the lake. The blue tint drapes the scene with an even greater sense of quiet and solace, inviting us to walk very softly lest we disturb the intense yet gentle grace of the scene. The reflection of the trees on the frozen lake reminds us that this is a time for us to go inside, to both our physical shelter as well as our internal world, and there contemplate the season that has passed and the season that is and the season yet to come. Review the past year and ask yourself, what are the most important lessons you have had to learn? What have you accomplished? And what dreams and visions you want to manifest in the upcoming year? Whether it has been a relatively smooth ride or a challenging series of events, acknowledge your experience as being the work of Source, no matter what your judgments, fears, or joys are. Honor whatever has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness, then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet, slow time in reflection. Once you feel complete, reflect on your present life, especially focusing on what you are grateful for. When you are finished, consider what is to come, all the different possibilities and potential that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition, and see what shows up. Notice how you feel in your body with whatever scenario plays out in your mind. These are previews of that which is gestating and can manifest and grow when cared for properly. Patience and stillness is called for here. For just as the earth cycles have their own pace, so does this cycle. This is such a good card to get, especially, at the time I'm recording this, this is, right before the new year. Guys, there's just going to be a moment where there's been a lot that has happened, for the Taurian in this past year, for everybody in this past year. And like it says, we have to take a step back and just look at everything. What have I learned? What have my friends taught me? What have these people taught me? How have I grown as a person? How have things, worked out to my benefit, or how have they blown up in my face? Okay. And there's going to be something so solid that's coming in, but we're also coming from a place where there could have been a bit of chaos. So now you have to put everything into perspective, and you have to realize, what do I need in my life moving forward, and what is holding me back? Who is helping me get into my divine purpose, and who is pushing me away from that? Who makes me feel good about myself, and who makes me question my worth? Okay, because anything that is not in alignment of your goal needs to go. Because again, you guys are onto something. There's something big that's happening. I even said it in the last reading that I did for you guys, the December monthly, that the Taurian is onto something big. Okay, and it's not just gonna be like, oh, not that a new job can't be big, but it's not going to be something new like, oh, look at this new toy I got here in the corner. No, it's going to be new as in look at this new phase in my life. Look at what I built for myself. Look at this legacy that I'm going to leave behind. And you guys are in a point right now that you have to think on a big scale. There's no small timers here anymore, guys. You guys are in the big leagues now, okay? So you're playing within big cards with big players in a big game. And you have to decide, how am I going to be best equipped to play in this game? How am I going to defend myself against attacks of other people? How am I going to move forward in the most positive way? And you guys got to make sure that you have a good circle, a solid circle, people around you that genuinely love you. If you feel that there's people in your life that you tell them something good about you and there's this bit of resentment that you feel from them, cut them out. Okay? If you feel that, there's people that they just don't listen to you, or they laugh at you, or they look at you like you're a joke, cut them out. Okay? There's always going to be people who have shit to talk about you. Whether you're doing something good in life, whether you're doing something bad in life, there's always going to be people talking. But like I say, when people are talking about you, it's because you're doing something significant. Okay? When people start to talk about you, that's when you guys take a step back and you pat yourself on the back like, yo, I did that. Okay? Like, you're just sitting there chilling and there's other people discussing you. There's other people putting energy into you. And it's like, wow, I didn't even have to leave my couch today. And look, I was the talk of the town. But you guys want to make sure that is going to be in a positive way if it's something that you can help. Okay? The bigger your goal is going to be, the bigger adversities that are going to be thrown at you. Okay, so if you feel a lot of people are resisting you right now or feel uncomfortable around you all of a sudden, it's because they feel that huge potential within you and it scares them, guys. Okay, they don't want to see you elevate in that way because not only is it going to make them feel weak, but it's also going to remind them of what they may not be doing in their own lives, but that's not your problem. Okay, so even if there's people that you guys are chilling with, it's like, look, I know my friend isn't that good for me, but I still love her, or I still love him, and I still want to rock with them. That's fine. You know, I'm not telling you guys to cut everybody off, but you have to get to a certain level in life, you know, on your own or with those people who are working, you know, on the same cause as you before you can go down and give back. Okay, you want to buy your cousin a house, you want to buy your mom a house, you want to buy, you know, your uncle who really raised you or helped you out, you know, whatever your situation is, you have to focus on yourself. So there's going to be that point where you have to, again, look back and reflect. What is going to help me grow? What is not? Because there's no time for distractions right now, guys. You're onto something big, okay? So focus on your solutions. Focus on those people who really genuinely make you feel good, okay? I know that we all have those friends that we go home after chilling with them and it's like, you know what? I just feel so uneasy. Like, why? Why do I chill with this person? All right, if you guys feel that way, listen to that and remove yourself from those situations. You don't really have to explain yourself to anybody. I mean, just tell people you got things to focus on. You'll get back to them when you're at a good place in your life. All right, and another thing, guys, and I'm so adamant about this, do not take advice from people that do not have a life that you would want. Okay, so if you're talking about a new project that's going to make you huge money, don't listen to the person, you know, down the door that's living, you know, off the government or some shit like that. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but if they haven't encountered big money, if they haven't encountered things that you want, where are you going to get, you know? Are you going to ask a monkey to teach you how to swim? Or are you going to ask a fish to teach you how to swim? All right. So get in alignment, guys, and make sure that the crew and the people that you guys have around you know something more than what you know, that they're able to elevate you. If you feel uncomfortable in a room because of how powerful and successful and smart they are, you're in the right room. Okay. When you feel complacent and when you feel like you're just conforming with those around you and everyone has the same skill sets around you, you got to shake things up. You got to get a little uncomfortable and you got to put yourself in another area. Okay. And I know that for the Taurian, change could be very hard. Okay. But you guys have to push yourself. When there is discomfort, there is growth. Okay. Just make sure that it's the right discomfort. Make sure it's because you're around people who can elevate you to something that you're not, you know, that you may have not fathomed, you know, that you'd be or that you'd get to in your life. Okay, surround yourself with people that force you to think, that force you to do something more. Okay, so reflect. Who's doing that for you? And who's holding you back? Not saying that you can't be friends, you know, that you can't rock with these people forever, but you guys have to focus on what's going to help you move forward. Okay, guys, this is solid and this is big. So I love it. I love it. I love it. What a good way to get into this new year. Now, for those of you that do want personal readings, it is a 3 to 5 day wait at the moment. Okay. I do have the app called InstantGo for iPhone users. If you guys want to call or video chat me for a reading, that's completely fine. I pick up on the spot if I'm available. But if you have any sort of questions that you need, like, hey, Lissette, is this business move going to be a good idea for me? You guys can send questions on the app, but just get straight into the question because it's going to charge you, you know, for sending that question. Because I have people that are just like, hey, I need a reading. And it charges you for that. And I can't give you a reading over text. So just ask a question if it's going to be through text, you know, something that's a yes or no, or even if it's open-ended, I'll pull some cards and I'll just write back the response. The most popular option, though, guys, is to get a recorded email reading. Because you can hold on to it. I'll leave a private link up on Facebook that you'll always be able to access. And you'll be able to look at it in the future and, you know, see how accurate things were. All right. So, squad, I love you. I hope that you guys go into this new year with a bang. I hope you guys get your New Year's kisses. I hope you guys spend it with your family, your loved ones, and that it's really, really good for you guys. Have a shot of tequila for me, guys. All right. Patron, let's do it. Take care, guys.